Hi everyone, welcome to www.chatmemore, what's for dinner tonight, and also I'm going to send this to the Chews. So hi Carla, hi Michael, hi Daphne, hi Mario, hi Clinton. I'm going to show you how I make blueberry pork chops. Blueberry pork chops, you say? But it's so yummy. Okay, so we start off, I have my pork chops already in a pan, and I'm going to season it. So of course we're going to go with our salt. Salt first. Then we have our onion powder. We like our spices, so this is garlic powder. And now we have cayenne pepper, and this is what gives it that with the sweet and the hot. Oh my god, the heat it's just fabulous. It's just really good. Okay, I've already got my egg here, so I'm going to take one pork chop. I'm only going to season one side. You don't really need to do two. It's so flavorful that you definitely won't need more than one side. So here we go. Make sure you want to dip all the egg out, because if you don't, then your flour is going to become a mess. Here I go. Cover your pork chop. Go over it one more time. In my pan, I'm going to, as soon as I flour it, I'm going to put my pork chop in this pan. There's vegetable oil in there, and then it's going to go into the oven. My pork chops are going to go into the oven at 350. I have my oven preheated at 350. Come on, get off of there. Come on, little porky. Okay, here we go. Another one. You could see that I have quite a lot of pork chops here. You could just do 2, 4, as many as needed, but I'm feeding a family of 4, and I've got some big eaters. So here we go. We're going to go into the flour. We're going to do the same thing over again. And I'm going to continue doing this until all my pork chops are done. And then when I get back, I will show you how to make the blueberry topping, which I use frozen blueberries. So I'll see you in a little bit. Hi everyone, we're still baking the pork chops. The blueberry sauce is cooking here. I have my green beans cooking. I don't know if anybody's ever used a bamboo steamer. It's fabulous. What you do is you add a little bit of water on the bottom, probably about half of this pan. And then you just put your beans right on top, steam it. Oh my god, it's absolutely delicious. It's fast. Once they're steamed, you season it any way you want. Garlic powder, salt, pepper, whatever to your likings. I'm going to make couscous. This Israeli couscous is fabulous. You can find it at Trader Joe's. My kids love it. But I also add a little bit of my own specialty to it. So that's probably why they like it. What I do is, every time I make a couscous or quinoa or anything like that, I do this. I put it in the pan, always add my butter. Paula Dean and I have something very much in common. I don't use a lot of butter, but you know what? Butter has that little special, it's just fabulous. Oh, no, we're not ready for that yet. I'm going to get a little bit of olive oil, probably about a 1/4 teaspoon. That's it. I'm going to turn this on, and I'm going to toast this up. When it becomes a nice toasty brown, that's when I will use a cup of my chicken broth, and then I will cook it until it's moist. So right now, all I'm doing is getting the, I'm just going to add a little bit more of olive oil, just a tad. And then I'm going to wait till it gets nice and toasty. And I will show you, right before I put the broth in, what it looks like. The cup of broth that we're going to put in there. You can add water, but I like the broth because it just gives it that extra, you know, that little, I don't know. I'm a big taste person. I like things that are tasty, and I just find that water just won't do it. As this is toasting up, I will do it now. I would wait a little bit, but I'll do it now, and I'll show you what I do. I take my seasonings, my salt, of course. We'll start with garlic powder. No, onion powder, actually. And that's how much I'm using. That's probably about a teaspoon of onion powder. I'm going to use a teaspoon of garlic powder. Use your palm, or actually use a teaspoon if you feel uncomfortable. I don't measure. I do everything by eye. So for me to tell you exactly, it's bad. But so I did, this is sea salt, by the way. You could use kosher salt, sea salt. Those are two salts that I really like to use because you don't need as much. So I did 2 pinches of the sea salt. I'm going to mix this all up. I'm just going to leave it alone until it gets a toasty color. And I will show you what the toasty color looks like before I go ahead and put the broth in. Until then, we'll see you in a little bit. We're back. Okay, this is the couscous. I want to show how toasty I get it. So it's a nice brown toast. I have a cup of chicken broth, and away we go. And that's all it takes. You're going to put the top on this. You're going to put this on low, and you're just going to simmer it until it's nice and smooth. And that should take about 15 minutes. And we'll see you in a little bit. Hi, we're back. And my pork chops are cooked. So what I'm going to do is, this is the sauce. This is what it looks like. So I'm going to pour, watch me, on the pork chops. And I'm going to let this cook for about 5 or 6 minutes. And let me tell you, it's going to be absolutely delicious. And then you can keep all the extra for during the week. If you want to add it on something else. Okay, so let me just go over everything that we've done so far. This is the couscous. And this is what it's going to look like. I'm going to take a spoon to it. And I'll do it right now. Actually, I'll take a fork to it. I'll just show you what it's going to look like. And it's going to be absolutely delicious. So we're done with this. We're going to shut this off. And I'll just keep it with the cover on it. But it's just absolutely delicious. Okay, so this is basically done. We're just going to give my pork chops a few minutes. Let me just close this. Oh, let them cook a bit. Okay, and these are my beans. Look how yummy those are. It's so easy. And we'll be back when I finally plate it, and you'll get to see how I think the taste is. I'm sure it's going to be fabulous. Okay, here we go. We got the couscous, we got the green beans, and we got our chop. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bite. I've got a little bit of my couscous, a little bit of my pork chop, and a little bit of my blueberry. Mm. 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 Oh my God, it's so good. You got the little bit of kick from the cayenne, and you got the sweetness from the blueberry. It is so yummy, and the couscous is fabulous. Mm. My green beans, they're still crunchy. When I take a bite, you can hear them, and that's how your green beans should be cooked. And I gotta tell you, this is a fabulous meal. Absolutely. Oh God, I want more and more and more. Okay, anyway, make sure you go to www.chatmemore. What's for dinner tonight? I will post this video, probably have it up in a few days. I'm also going to send it to the Chew, so hopefully they'll be able to recreate the recipe and show it. If not, well, it's okay, because it's so good. And make sure you do it. If they don't recreate it, make sure you recreate it in your house. It's absolutely delicious. And have a good evening. And don't forget to go to www.chatmemore. And Chatmemore has tons of blogs. We have from beauty to news to health to food, to a little bit of info. Anyway, have a good evening and God bless. Love you and bon appetit.